week, and we have results of some of the major races.
Also, a hepatitis C outbreak at a local hospital has the potential to affect nearly 5,000 people in Ogden and nearby communities. We'll fill you in on what you need to know.
And if you happen to see a bunch of nearly naked students running around campus, don't be alarmed. We'll let you know what they are up to. The cat call begins now.
Welcome to the Cat Call. I'm Michael Cruz.
And I'm Christina Cummings. We begin this week with local election results. On Tuesday, Ogden's residents voted to elect leaders of the city and a proposal to raise sales tax to fund roads and public transportation.
According to initial results, Ogden Mayor Mike Caldwell was re-elected in a landslide over challenger Sebastian Benitez. Caldwell, who has served as mayor since 2012, captured almost 80% of the vote for his second four-year term.
Weber State employee Luis Lopez was elected to city council as well, and he said he looks forward to working with Caldwell.
The city is going on a great direction. I think that we saw that by the way that people voted to keep the current mayor in office. It was 80% pretty much. That's a very good voting percentage for him. So people are happy.
Proposition 1 was also up for a vote in Utah. Weber and Davis County voters decided to increase sales tax on everything except for groceries by 0.25%, or 1 penny for every $4.
The majority of the money will go to fixing roads as well as bike paths and trails. 40% will go to Utah Transit Authority to improve public transportation. A hepatitis C outbreak at McCady Hospital has raised concerns for nearly 5,000 people in Ogden and nearby communities who may have been exposed to the dangerous disease. I talked with experts to find out more about the outbreak.
A can of worms has just been unleashed as a patient at McCady Hospital was diagnosed with hepatitis C, 2B, a rare genotype of the virus which only affects 10% of the U.S. population.
Coincidentally, a former nurse of the hospital who was terminated late last year for diverting medications is also a carrier of the rare genotype. Health officials are now wondering if the two cases are linked to one another.
Due to this being part of an ongoing police investigation, the hospital could not comment on the matter. However, in an emailed media statement, spokesperson Chris Dallin said that they learned through the investigation that some patients who were treated at the McCady Hospital Emergency Department between June 2013 and November 2014 may have been exposed to the virus.
Letters from the hospital were immediately sent to those who may have been affected, urging them to come in for a free blood test. An email to Dr. Yasmin Simonian, Dean of Weber State's Dumke College of Health Professions, assured that none of her students, often whom train at the hospital's facilities, were affected by the issue on hand.
People who have been exposed to hepatitis C may not show symptoms for as long as 25 years, and if it goes undetected, they may face liver failure and other complications. If you have received any notification from McCady Hospital or the Utah Department of Health, it is important you get the blood test as soon as possible.
With the peak of the flu season approaching, Weber State's healthcare is offering free flu shots to students. The flu virus is spread from person to person when people talk, sneeze, or cough, but also from touching a surface or an object that has a flu virus on it, and then touching your mouth or your nose. Since college students are generally in close proximity to each other during classes, in the union, and in the hallway, the flu can be easily spread on campus. Weber State's Health Center has already issued nearly 800 flu shots to students. According to the health center's clinic physician, Dr. McCloken, getting a flu shot is the best preventative measure a person can take to avoid getting the flu.
Basically what they do is you're injecting antigen into your muscle, and it allows your immune system to produce antibodies which combat the flu virus itself.
Although it's not really possible to predict how bad flu season will be, there are preventative measures to help avoid the spread of the flu, such as proper hand washing techniques, wearing a protective mask, and coughing in the crease of your elbow, and also staying home if you have the flu is best. Although Weber State has issued nearly all of their available flu shots,
Many places offer the shot for under $30 and even offer the nasal mist option if shots make you squeamish.
So have you gone and got a shot yet? I don't like needles that much.
Well, I did, and it actually wasn't that bad, so I encourage everybody to go get their flu shot. November may be the month for great turkey and family time, but guys also have another reason to celebrate. Many guys are starting to grow out their hair for No Shave November. During this month, beards, mustaches, and other facial hairstyles are put on display by guys for this social trend, but many don't know the reason behind it. November is Prostate and Testicular Cancer Awareness Month, giving guys everywhere a great excuse to grow their hair and be more informed about their health.
I feel like for someone to participate in something that they have no knowledge of can be a little more difficult at times. When it's something important, yes, you should get more knowledge before you participate and become involved.
No Shave November is a great idea. Prostate cancer is a very serious medical illness, and the more awareness we have about it, the standard recommendation, 40 years of age and older. They also need something called a digital rectal exam to determine if there's any bumps or lumps on the prostate or anything that would make us worry.
According to the school clinical Dr. McQuilkin, men over 40 should get a PSA test done to see if there's any activity that suggests cancer. And to be safe, all men should consider getting checked and becoming more knowledgeable about their health.
The STEM Fair was recently held in the Shepherd Union Ballrooms, offering a student a chance to meet with employers to potentially find a job. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Professional sales is also added, giving Weber an edge over other programs. Students who attended the event were encouraged to bring their resume to give to the different businesses present.
Yes, they encourage them to bring their resume. We also encourage them to dress nicely that day because it's a mini interview. Many of the companies also bring, besides their HR people, they bring the department, so a lot of times the hiring managers. So they consider the STEM Fair a mini interview.
The STEM Fair is steadily growing over time. This is the third year it's taken place at Weber. This week there were over 80 employers and nearly 500 students who attended the event. The event is a good way for students to network and make personal connections with employers.
The Women's Center on campus is having a consignment sale for students interested in purchasing clothes at less expensive prices. The consignment sale, which is happening until Wednesday, November 11th, will help benefit Sub for Santa. Its main goal is to help families who have a Christmas who otherwise may not be able to afford it.
Everything's lower than $10, and all of the money goes straight to Sub for Santa right now. Our Sub for Santa program is this really incredible program where I want to say single parents or just anybody in general who's in need can apply to get some stuff off of their Christmas list from us.
To donate your gently used clothing, look for yellow boxes around the Shepherd Union building or visit the Women's Center in room 322.
Next week, one of Weber State's craziest traditions picks up right where it left off. Every year, hundreds of Weber State students participate in the Nearly Naked Mile, where everyone strips down to their underwear and runs a mile to raise awareness for those in need as the weather gets cold. On November 13th, the tradition will continue.
The Nearly Naked Mile is an event for everyone, and it's perfect for everyone, particularly because it's like going to the beach, right? It's one of those occasions where you get to take your clothes off, show off your gains, and you don't get labeled as a tool. There are donations involved, so you're asked to bring either gently used clothing or cans of food.
This is one of Weber State's most popular events, which brings out plenty of donations. The clothing will be donated to Ogden's Lantern House Shelter, and the food will go to the Weber Cares Pantry.
Are you going to participate in this?
You know, it's not the nearly naked part that scares me, it's the mile. That's the scary part for me. Nearly naked I'm good with.
I understand everything, you know, about donating. I'm all for that, but not going to strip down, no.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. For the Cat Call, I'm Michael Cruz.
And I'm Christina Cummings.